Hey guys, welcome back, I think. We're having some technical difficulties this morning. I've actually seen an error on my computer I've never seen in my entire life. It says, your device encountered a problem and must restart. Never seen that one before. So yeah, I don't know what that was all about. So yeah, I had to kind of like, redo the entire stream setup there. None of it saved. So yeah, sorry for the late start today, but it was definitely on the side of technology this time. Alright guys, well it was supposed to be just a fun day, stream day, and I'm just going to do some random bad boy nests. This is something I've been looking forward to do for some time. I'm going to make it a little more fun. So I've been talking about like a Wheel of Doom or something like that. I don't know if I'm using anyone else's device there, but just, funny things that when they happen in my game, I can spin the wheel and there will be some kind of a punishment there, like eat spinach, no set bonus for Link's super suit. So anyway, I've got one better. And I hope you guys will actually be able to read this without glare. That word right there. Florgan, nose sip, something. I can't really read it through my screen. I'll have to turn that around and read it. Oh, I can't even read it. Hold on, I'm getting older. Now I can see it. Jeepers. Blurgan, Fidable, no hip. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to play some of these bad boy nests, with my normal super suit, my normal bone system, my normal ancient system, whatever. And I'm also going to experiment a little bit and play some of these without any kind of armor rating, no clothes, completely buck naked. So yeah, I think that'll be real fun. And then if I incur any self-inflicted pain whatsoever, so if I throw bombs at myself, if I catch myself with a bomb arrow, if I catch myself with a shock arrow, if I take fall damage, if I walk into the spiky things, that will generate the safe word. So I don't really know this word. Haven't practiced this word, so it'll be a struggle, but I think it'll be funny. So anywho, excuse me. That's kind of the agenda for today. No plan, just kind of go around and do it completely impromptu here. And you might notice I've got my Super Mario Bros. Attire. So yeah, guys, I'm kind of looking forward to trying that galaxy out. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that, but I think it would be fun. I don't know, maybe it's just too dated now, but I am kind of looking for your all's thoughts on that, especially for folks that are familiar with the game. Would you like to see the playthrough on that? Alright guys, give me just a couple of moments here. Check my stream health. Oh wow, zeros across the board. That's actually a very good thing. After that computer crash, I was kind of wondering if we'd have issues today. Not sure what that was related to. I see some chat populating there. I'll be there in just a moment. So before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking this moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate those things. And of course we got the coffee flowing. So there's your first bingo word of the day. Yum, 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 yum. So good. Alright. Hey Wanda, welcome. Yeah, we are back. So I take it you were in on that first one there that crashed. Probably Wondering what in the heck happened there. Which would make two of us. Hey Arya, welcome, welcome. Mary Gold, what's up? Lisa Jones, hello again. Keely, Tony. Wow, house is filling up, guys. Should be a fun day. Yeah, Key, I was just reading your comment there about canned spinach. So, you know, the first time I ever saw that as a kid, I was excited. You know, Popeye. I was like, oh, I'm going to get mussels. Yeah. No. Stuff was like its own type of deal. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I became accustomed to it at some point. I didn't mind it, but it needed a lot of salt. And the funny thing about canned spinach is there's like already a ton of salt in it. So yeah, it needed some help. Silent Soliloquy, welcome, welcome. Welcome everybody. Alright guys, since I'm running super late here and all that fun stuff happened with technology, I will go ahead and get myself out of the way. Toodles. And we'll get into some gameplay here. Ah, Silence. So you were checking out that that Ganon fight. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, Cora. Welcome, welcome. We are still... so yeah, I'll continue. In fact, I did a little bit more research into that before, you know, I finish the subject. So yeah, unfortunately, I cannot just jump straight to the Divine Beast and the motorcycle deal. You've got to do it all. So, like, you've got to do, you know, all the regions. You've got to do all the extra shrines to unlock the extra blight fights. Blight flights? Blight fights. Right? Right. And that will give you access to that 5th Divine Beast, which will give you access to the monk fight and the motorcycle. So, yeah, it's going to be a whole thing. So, there's definitely more BOTW streams here to come. So guys, with that said, you know, if I do the Super Mario Bros. Thing, that's coming up quick. I'm not going to finish Breath of the Wild before that thing launches. That's kind of why I'm looking for some good feedback here. You know, if there's interest in it, I'm happy to do it. I think it would be fun. There would be a little bit of a learning curve there because of the motion controls. I learned to play those games with the Wii. So, you know, a lot of the aiming and stuff was motion-based. A lot of the actions in the game were motion-based. So, you know, I'll figure it out. We'll get there. But I just remember it being vivid, colorful, you know, fun. And it's Mario, you know. I know it was a popular game. They're making a movie about it. So, I don't know. Again, we'll just have to see. But I am looking for some good, honest feedback on that. But yeah, I don't know how much longer Breath of the Wild's going to take, you know, with all of the DLC stuff. It's going to be a couple of weekends, you know, if not more. Maybe another month, just as a, you know, a shot in the dark guess there, but... Alright, I will go ahead and... I sense a disturbance in the Force. Here it comes! Yikes! Stop it. Keely, you said the spinach... The watered down canned spinach might as well be seaweed. Yeah, no doubt. I know, right? Wanted to say that 3 times fast. The blight fights. Yeah. My brain doesn't work that way. I already forgot the safe word for the day. So anytime I take self-inflicted damage of any kind, I've got to spit that word out. Yeah, good luck. Because I'm so great at remembering names and words. Hey, Brad6360, good to see you again. Wanda said hi, Mike. Did I miss a mic? If I missed a mic, hello, Mike. Oh, my mic. Okay, wow. Ah! That's gonna be a fight. My first bad boy nest is my mic. It was funny, while I was like, you know, letting that fly over my head, Wanda, and then I said, oh, if I missed a mic, hi, Mike, that freaking thing came into view. That was ridiculous timing. Jeepers. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get this started for real this time. This ought to be a good time. Oh, see you later, alligator. Alright guys, random bad boy nests. So, a lot come to mind, you know, it's just a fun game. I guess the way I would normally prioritize them, you know, when I'm just doing a playthrough, is what's there, you know? Is there a ton of ice arrows? Is there just something else, you know, chested? But just doing it for fun, that kind of changes things. That was my microphone again. I don't know what happened. I might have moved wrong or something and broke another brake mechanism in there somehow. So anyway, yeah, just doing them for fun. It's kind of tough to nail those down. One that comes to mind that I want to tackle right away is up here in Hebra, and honestly I can't remember which one it is. It's a great big pier complex. It could be this one, or it could be this one. But one of those has like a lot of ice arrows, so like it's worth going to anyway, but it was just a lot of fun from what I remember. And there's a third option where it could be, and that could be this one. So we're going to hit all three. And remember, guys, I have a safe word I have to spit out. If I take any kind of self-inflicted damage, that can be blowing myself up with bombs, because that never happens. That can be running into spiky things, because I never see them. That could be bomb arrows, that could be shock arrows, that could be, you know, fall damage. Anything I do to myself will generate the safe word. And again, I'm going to do some of these naked, I'm going to do some of these clothed, but since we're in, you know, a snow biome, I am going to keep myself safe because I don't want to take unnecessary temperature damage, because that is considered self-inflicted damage. So yeah, we're not going to be doing that today. So yeah, this will be one of the ones where I actually get to wear some armor. And then I will pin those out on the map just to make sure I keep myself in line here. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. And I don't think it's this one, because this one's so far out of the way, and it's been a long time since I've been over there. Not only that, there is another fun bad boy nest, like right along the same route somewhere. But it's not a pier complex, it's just like they're out in the open somewhere. And I can't remember exactly where that somewhere is, because again, there's no landmarks or anything. But yeah, out here, just, again, just a few archers. It's nothing too crazy. I just remember it being a lot of fun. Alright, to the Batcave. Get out and away from this thing so we don't anger it. It's dangerous to approach the Divine Beast while it's taking aim at Ganon. And then your game takes like 50 years to reload. I'm nuts. Now what? More technical problems? Give me a break! This has to be internet related this time. Up in connectivity. I think it got itself squared away. So yeah, you might have caught some lagginess there in the middle of all that. Hopefully not too bad. It looks like it straightened itself out. Okay, apologies for technical issues today. I have no control over the internet, guys. You know, 99% of the time it's solid here. It works, it's consistent. But, you know, if it drops bandwidth, yeah, my computer feels that pretty quickly when I'm doing a live stream. It's very sensitive to that. Alright, let's make sure we're still actually going here. Yeah, it looks like it. Ooh, and look at this, guys. Shiny rocks. Actual, literal shiny rocks. So of course I'm going to pick those up. Give me that. And while I'm taking a massive risk, you know, using bombs in this playthrough. Wow, look at the swift violets. I tend to forget they're here when like people are asking me where to go look for swift violets. They're pretty much on all the mountains. You don't just have to go to Gerudo or Highlands or Zora, you know, just any of the mountain ranges. Oh, yikes. They have them. Settle down, Beavis. Whoa, did I miss him? Ouch! What just happened? Something went terribly wrong there. Bruh. Oh, I didn't... Jeepers. What is going on here? My fingers are broken! There goes my club. Alright, so anyway, tips for Bad Boy Nest, guys. Some of these pier complexes, they can be pretty wild and hairy. You know, you got a lot of archers, especially up here in Hebra, a lot of ice archers. So, I like to do it from the top down. This way the entire nest isn't aggroed on you. You don't have archers shooting at you, and you're dealing with ground attacks. So yeah, I'm definitely a top-down kind of player. It just kind of helps you to manage the Bad Boy Nest a little bit easier. Not only that, if you're running stealth, like hot dog, that is going to be a beautiful thing. You're going to be able to actually sneak up on a lot of them. And of course, the top archer usually doesn't alert the rest of the nest unless you're seen. Not always. Sometimes, you know, taking him out will get someone's attention. They'll kind of walk around with a question mark on their head looking for you. And of course, you know, I'm not running an attack power meal right now, which is an epic fail. Always save that game in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. I always like to use my ice arrows. Keep everybody on ice. I'll go ahead and beef up the attack power here, because why not? And again, ice arrows, guys. Oh yeah, freezing myself. That would be another problem. Another self-inflicted thing that could possibly generate the safe word. Knight's Broadsword. Okay, so far I don't see ice arrows dropping. So maybe this is not the nest I was thinking of. Or maybe I'll let him fire one off. Maybe I'll let all these guys fire a couple off. Okay, he has ice arrows, so maybe this is it. Oh, that dude is like on it. He is just wasting ammo. I doubt that's going to have any kind of bump on it, but I always have to check, because I'm me. Nuttin', honey. Make sure I got the right arrow this time. The right tool for the job goes a long way. So you don't have to use ice arrows, you know, if you're low on them. You can just use a ice rod or a freezing rod, a blizzard rod, any kind of thing that you can get them on ice with. And again, that just gives you time to kind of work the thing more on your terms. You can, you know, pick them off one at a time. If you're taking too long and they start thawing out, you can just refreeze and rinse, lather, and repeat. Okay, it looks like I've already got the chested loot here, so I have no idea what would have been in here. And I want to... Whoops, there goes that mic again. And I want to check that archer. See if he dropped any arrows. Regular arrows, what? Okay, this is probably not the nest I'm thinking of, because I just remember there being a ton of... ice arrows. So I was just like getting stuck there with my brains because I was like, well, what if I bomb the bat successfully? You know, I don't blow myself up with the bomb, but the bat hits me and I incur damage that way. Yeah, I think that would count as self-inflicted damage. Nuts! Shorgan, Florgan, Borgan, Florgan. Dude, I have no idea what that word is. What did I even say just now? I did not say that. Blorgan, Florgan, Blorgan, Fiddable, no hip. Okay, I got the no hip. That's pretty pronounceable. The other words? Oh, hey Marigold, you just made yourself a healthy lunch. Awesome sauce. I wonder if it involves spinach. Let's see, Brad, you said I had a thought on how to fill your time between games. You could possibly play one of the old Zelda games via Switch Online. It could be just live streams done for entertainment. That's interesting thoughts. It's kind of funny you brought that up too, because I was thinking about redoing Skyward Sword, but wow, I turned it on. It looks so old. I was like, I don't know if I can play this again. Like, I don't know, I'd have to get past that. I just noticed my attack power meal is ticking down mindlessly, needlessly. Yeah, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword. I don't know. Interesting thoughts. I don't know if you missed my ask earlier to get your guys' thoughts on Super Mario Galaxy games. Those are coming out in a couple of weeks. Switch and Switch 2, I believe. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. I remember them being beautiful, colorful, and they're Mario games, which I haven't done one of those yet. So again, I'm just kind of looking for feedback there. But yeah, we got a couple of months before Metroid Prime 4. You know, I still kind of want to redo the Hogwarts. That would be a quick game. That would be another option. The Mario Galaxies would probably be pretty quick, I'm guessing. So yeah, just throwing out different ideas there. Yeah, Keely, airtime. Speaking of that top-down, getting that bullet time is very helpful. Avatar. So funny, I played that game. It just got very monotonous. I mean, when I first turned it on, it was gorgeous. I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing a playthrough for this one. But I don't know, I just got burned out on it real quick. It was the same old thing. I was like, okay, I did that. Now it's the same old thing again. Okay, I did that. Same old thing again. I was like, I can't play this. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Flying through the air, owning it with your bow. Ah, chickpeas. Yeah, that's good stuff, Marigold. Chickpeas. Oh, there's a blood moon? That one came quick. I'm gonna ignore that. Time to go. Alright, so off to the next marker there. I really wish I had a speed meal, and I just realized this is not okay. I'd much rather have my fairies running in the game. The blood moon, the blood moon. Hey Dee Dee, what's up, peeps? Good to see you again. I got your email about the new bingo. I didn't have time though. I was actually reading that right before I jumped on, so I was already in the middle of my setup process. But yeah, I'll definitely go ahead and update that. Thank you so much for sending. That will definitely be ready to go for next weekend. There will be a new link in there. I haven't figured out how to update my existing game in Bingo Baker yet. I think you have to make an account for that, and I still don't know if there's like a way to do it. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll just make the new link. It'll be okay. Then I'll actually have 3 bingo games going on that website. Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna slowly but surely make my way over there. If I see anything fun along the way, of course I'm gonna get it. And speaking of, I think there's like an outdoor bad boy nest that's real fun. Could be up here somewhere. Sometimes it's tough to tell, like they all look the same, you know, the topography. Could be up here somewhere. Yeah, I'm not gonna go on a scavenger hunt. But that one's a real fun outdoor one, too. Yikes! So the reason I went after these first guys is for the ice arrows. You guys know me. I love my ice arrows in this game. Not only that, I like Hebra. I just like the snowy region. It's a cool biome. I like the diversity in the animals and stuff. The look. The Christmas trees all over the place. Garuda will probably be my next stop. Excuse me. But there's some other just random nests in different regions that I really enjoyed. Like there's one right off the Great Plateau. Uh-oh, here we go again. Yikes! I didn't do any self-inflicted pain that time. That was pretty awesome. Hey, I'm getting better! Okay, so we have arrived. Like our GPS firing off. You have arrived. Yes, I have. Go ahead and get rid of those right off the bat. So, you know, speaking of bullet time, this might be a good bad boy nest for that because I'm starting at the bottom. Like a genius. This is not going to go well, and I already know this. And there they go, guys. The ice arrows are already coming my way. Thank goodness for volleys. And I may not have been here yet. Oh, there's a treasure chest. There's no way I've been here if I left a chest, unless it was like long throw and I just didn't feel like clearing the chest. That's always a possibility. Ooh, what's he holding? Oh, another ice bat. That's like, warning! 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 Yikes! Oh, ouch! Oh my goodness! I just got triple drilled simultaneously, and all those hearts were gone, and that was with armor on. And it is relentless! Holy guacamole! So maybe this isn't the quote-unquote funnest bad boy nest of all time. Maybe this is like the opposite of that. Wow, they lit me up! Ouch. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, they're holding royal bows, no wonder. Okay, I need to pay a little bit more attention here, because that is insane. There is, like, non-stop fire coming my way. It's like a minigun of ice arrows. Wowzers. Okay, talk about humbling experiences playing Breath of the Wild. No more fooling around. We're taking this one super serious. Matter of fact... What is that? Oh yeah. Kakariko side quest. I do remember. Okay, you're going on ice. Uh-oh. Well. Oh, nuts! Where did he come from? Yikes! Your flurgan big diggable hips. I don't know the word. Like, how am I even gonna get in here? This is insane. Okay, this time I'm gonna do it right. From the top down, follow my own advice. Get everything on ice, because that is your only survival tool. I have never seen this much non-stop death and destruction coming toward Link before. Not even in a boss fight. This is nuts! Where'd you go, Poppy? Okay. Wow. So I'm gonna get him off of here. Get a little bit more control of the situation. Out of my way! You're wasting time. Then I waste more time. Uh-oh. Yikes! Wow, Daruk saved me there. I think I went through about 60, 75 hearts there, somewhere in that range. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all the hearts that just disappeared. If I was naked, I would have died 50 times over. Uh-oh, what am I doing? Not paying attention. Wow. Okay, but it's fruitful. Like the loot's here, it's leveled loot. Was it worth all the death and destruction? I don't know yet, but wowzers. Okay, so yeah, so far so good. Attack power up is always a beautiful thing. Just to kind of see what else dropped here. Durability. There's another bow. Where was the other bow? There were 3 bows that were drilling me. I am not leaving any bow behind. I worked for these. Is that it? I think I picked that one up already, maybe not. I did not pick that one up. Okay. So yeah, wow guys. Still one of my favorite bad boy nests, but wowzers. You've got to be ready to rock and roll with that little party. Oh, no Rivali's. Jeepers. Alright guys, I see there's a grip of chat here. I'll catch up here in a moment. Okay, that is nowhere close. It might be a lot quicker to warp and fly. Hey, Bossy, how are you? Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Junior 2K, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the lightning arrows are pretty cool. I love the color and the effect, especially near water. Unless I'm the one getting zapped by it, but yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, lightning arrows would have been good on that. That would have disarmed them, given me a little bit more wiggle room there. Yeah, no kidding, Brad. All 3 of those bows, I think, were quick shot. That was absolutely insane. And no, Keely, to answer your question, no, they don't. Never. They have infinity arrows. And it was not awesome. Keely said slide some off. I wonder if I thought about that before or after you typed that in. That nest on master mode. Yeah, that would have been different with golden moblins there. Just a little bit more on the fun scale, you know. Good stuff. Ooh, Xant's helmet. That might have been helpful there. I don't know. I mean, the arrows still hurt. But yeah, you know, the unfreezable set bonus, that might have been beneficial. I don't know about fire arrows there, Dee Dee. I think they just kind of dance around and put themselves out, you know? So yeah, it probably gives you a few extra seconds there. That's an interesting thought. Another thing, too, is verboses. I could have used that and zapped all of them. I love having these thoughts in hindsight. So awesome. Alright, so let's get out of this giant cave. My attack power meal is already half gone. Interesting. And I've only done 2 bad boy nests. You know, another thing too is I'm noticing, guys, the combat is tougher without the stam. I only gave up 3. But it makes it a noticeable difference in combat. Bullet time is reduced, spin attack is reduced, sprinting and climbing time reduced, like, you know, I might just take a moment, go back to Hatno and trade those back over for the stam. And when you're getting drilled by 3 silver moblins holding royal bows, I don't think those 3 extra hearts were going to help much anyway. As we all just saw live. Live and in color. Lore is holding his butt. Yes, it was handed to me by not 1, not 2, but 3 moblins.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Alright, almost there. So this is another fun one. I'll pay a little bit more attention this time because I think this is another leveled nest. So they're going to have tougher weapons, a lot more damage coming in. And since I actually never use these, or very rarely use these, I should say, I'm going to get rid of whatever riffraff I happen to have. Oh, what did I do that for? Jeepers. Yeah, we're not sticking with a defense meal, unless this is a bunch of non-leveled enemies. But yeah, from what I remember... Yep, more silver. At least 1. Okay, so it's not as bad. But still, that's a lot of blackies, and that's a lot of... firepower coming my way. Where's this rock at? Oh, it's right in the middle. Tee-hee-hee. Alright, bad boy nest. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get that attack power going again. Can't believe I did that. Talk about a brain fart. Wowzers. Alright, let's party. Much better control of this battlefield. The thing I like about non-master mode is your shots stay there. So like it's worth trying to get the headshot with a good bow. Get a good start on that damage. Fire arrows, huh? That's unusual for Hebra. That's right, my crusher's gone. I really want a bone system up, but I'll save that for, like, non-temperature worrying, you know, like a biome where I don't have to worry about temperature control. Oh, nuts. Wow, that Savage Sword is insane. That was a silver, too. What's the damage on that thing? Haha, and that's 20 lower than that one. Like, oh my goodness. Durability! I don't think I've seen long throw yet today. Yeah, that felt more safe. Yeah, wow, that sword is beast. Like, normally I'm used to working on silvers for a second, but... You know, it's funny, I'm always recommending you guys don't hoard your weapons, because then you'll get to Ganon, you'll kill Ganon, and then you'll have all these amazing weapons in your inventory that you never used. That's been my advice the whole time. And here I am, killing Ganon, and I still have an inventory full of amazing weapons I never used. Just realizing the irony on that. Wait a minute, did I miss somebody? Yes, I did. I heard horns. And he has ice arrows. You know, the funny thing is in this game, when they shoot arrows and miss, you can go collect the arrows, but that does not work with the elementals. And I've always wondered why not. Maybe because they break on impact or something? I don't know. Oh, I guess that is my burner bow. Aha! There's my ice arrows. Ooh, and a royal freaking bow. I doubt it's leveled. It is leveled. Wow. Okay, and I know I dropped one over here. I don't see ice arrows, though. Wow, I have a lot of durability in my life right now. The durability is everywhere. Alright, that's pretty much it, guys, for those three. So yeah, I just enjoy those. Like, I know they're tough, you know, when you're dealing with leveled stuff, enemies and weapons. Like, ouch! But still a lot of fun. You know, I really enjoy just Hebra in general, but I really liked these piered bad boy nests. Definitely on my list of favorites. So moving on from there, guys. There's another fun one right here in Tabantha, if I can locate it. And again, I just felt like it was a lot of fun. Not only that, there's some loot here that's worthwhile. It's right by a Great Fairy Fountain, so there's other fun stuff here too. It's a lot more, you know, low-key. Probably worth checking out, though. See, I'm going to head that way next. I know, right, Dee Dee? Now that I've mentioned it, I'm sure the long throw will start coming into play. And then I will no longer be able to complain about durability. And I can already read Agent Smith's mind right now. He's like, oh, he's complaining about durability. Okay, I'll give him something to complain about. And he's got the button ready to go for the long throw. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it. And I think there's a Karak seed here I never got. There's a pedestal over there somewhere. There's like a hardy radish right here. By a silver bobkin, like right over there somewhere. So yeah, fun bad boy nest, guys. You can already see the chaos about to ensue. They're all on the ground. Couple silvers, a lot of powerful weapons here. So I'm going to get the more troublesome stuff on ice right away, for example. Oh wow, he was wound up and ready to go. Oh, there's a blackie. Did not see him. Alright guys, ice. Makes all the difference. All the difference. Okay, so that's the way it's supposed to go, quote unquote. That's the proper way to take out a bad boy nest. Okay, I'm just gonna see like what kind of weaponry dropped here. These normally don't last very long. I prefer the other clubs. But you know, if it's leveled like that, yeah, it's worthwhile. So I'm definitely gonna hold on to that. And I'm not quite sure how that got in my inventory. And I saw that boomerang. Ooh, a swallow bow. So in case you guys want to rebuild your Great Eagle bow, that bad boy, you need a swallow bow and a diamond. So this is a location where that doesn't level. You'll always be able to come back here after blood moons and get another one. Shoulda known. Alright, moving on. Gerudo. As far as bad boy nests up here go, none really come to mind. Not as far as like favorites per se. Down here in Gerudo though. Skulls or skeletons. I think there's one under here that I really enjoy. There's another one I really enjoyed over here somewhere. That might be it right there. These skulls, guys, tough. I wouldn't say they're fun or favorites, but you know, they're there and they have good loot. Dragon Bone Moblin clubs. There's another one here that's a real doozy. Again, not some of my fun-filled favorites, but they're here. For nothing else, I would come here after the loot. So it's kind of like a triangle of Moblin clubs and just other, you know, random stuff. But they're tough nests. So just, you know, buyer beware on those. I'm not going to tackle those just because, again, they're not some of my fun-filled favorites, but they are definitely there nonetheless. Not much else going on here in the way of all that. I always considered this a fun one. But nothing to it really. It's just a skull nest, a pretty typical one. So yeah, as far as Gerudo goes, and as far as my favorites go, that would probably be about it, those two. So let's go after those, because it's fun. Ish. Wow, Junior 2K, getting kicked off the cliff. Yeah, that's not awesome. And then I just saw your note there about a level 4 stick with you. Wow, that's good stuff. I know, right, Keely? That is definitely a thing. Yeah, so I do that. Like, sometimes it gets down to the wire. You're like, okay, what am I going to drop? I want to drop nothing, but at the same time I want to keep that's laying on the floor there, and you just got to make a choice. Like, it's a tough thing to do. Oh, that's right, Area. There is one in Hyrule Castle. After every blood moon, it's a loose one. Yep, good call. I think that one's at the armory. It's up on like a wooden balcony, if I remember right, but I don't remember now exactly what room in the castle. The skeleton nest. The skeleton nest. I'm trying to place that one, Marigold. The skeleton nest. Where would that be? Yeah, Keely, so the skull nests. I usually try to take as many as I can out through the eyeballs because you're up high and you're somewhat shielded. So that's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. Alright guys, there are some Karoxes and stuff in the general area. As a matter of fact, I just remembered I need to get over to my condominium here. And if I can remember how to do that. And start searching for chests again, because I think I had hardy lizards or something going. And I may have already gotten this seed. I did already get this seed. So yeah, just climb up there. There's a thing of swirling leaves you'll have to investigate. Yeah, we already got fun. A little bit of fun. Oh, the thing's about to break already? I don't feel like I got a lot of use out of that. Maybe it wasn't full strength when I started. I don't know, that felt kind of light. Oh, nuts! Smorgasflugen... What's the word? I can see the frustration... Yeah, the frustration on Link's face is I don't know the word. Ouch. So I just smacked my hand right into the mic. That hurt a little, but I'm okay. Okay, so the word is... Blurgen... Doggone it. Well, I really messed up the mic with that hand smack. Fidibble. Why is that so hard to remember? Alright, stop that. Alright, no more of that nonsense. What? Well. Okay, so there was a better way to do this, and that wasn't it. So again, guys, nothing super fancy or exciting here. I just felt like I had a lot of fun getting involved with this one. I usually, made an effort to come over here and deal with it whether I needed it or not. I don't think I did that on this playthrough because I was trying to be more direct and to the point on everything. So I kind of, whoops, I missed out on a lot of little fun like this. But yeah, in general, I do enjoy this one. And I think there's a chested loot stash here, yes. Well, I got 300 ice arrows, and I'm worried about conserving them. Alright, off to our next, and I don't know if that's super close. I don't think it really is. Yeah, Dee Dee. So my only complaint was you only got 3. But I did enjoy stashing weapons at Link's house. And I really liked TOTK where you could expand that. So many shiny weapons hanging at my Link's house in my TOTK play. That I never even used. They're like trophies. Yeah, Junior 2K, I know what you're saying about that. The ability to do things like in inventory and stuff when you're doing certain actions like wall climbing. Ah, Marigold. You put the bombs through the eye sockets, yeah. Interesting. I probably could have found a better way to get the damage bonus for breakage swing on that. Yeah, Keely, the Lizzles, they get out of control quick. They jump around a lot. It makes it tough. It makes it very tough. Didi, you said your Link's house in TOTK is insane. I have a pretty good idea what you're talking about. Uh-oh. Yikes! I don't know what I was thinking there. I knew better. I tried it anyway. It's not exact... see, that happens a lot on these skulls. Okay, we hear ya. Jeez. Relax. Save your lungs. So there was a better way to do this one. If I didn't mess up my climb, I'd already be on top of that skeleton. But now I figured I might as well take advantage of being on the floor. I will take out all the archers while I'm running for my life, screaming. Shush! Oh, where did he come from? Kind of forgot he was there. Gotta love that bullet time. It makes all the difference sometimes in these fist fights. Ooh, shiny. Never mind the massive amount of enemies right below me. We're gonna get a Korok Seed. And I'll avoid self-inflicted damage so I don't have to say the word of doom. I almost fell off the skeleton again. How do you play this game again? Alright, just to show you on the map where that bad boy was there. And I know we got a couple of chested loot items here, maybe just one, I can't really remember, but there's crates, there's also, you know, other fun stuff here. Well, that's how garbage this weapon is, and how spoiled we've been using better stuff. Like, wow. This thing is doing, like, no damage. And that was on an ice. Like, he was iced. There should have been a big damage multiplier there. Remember early game when that was, like, a good weapon? Well, yeah, that did, like, nothing. How do you choose? What will it be? What will it be? Durability! So I know I keep talking about this, guys. There is something to what I keep saying about, you know, weapon drops in this game. They come in waves. It's like, yeah, it's still, you know, somewhat randomized, but there's definitely something to that. Because it seems like when something starts dropping, it keeps dropping. So there's something to that for sure. Like, you know, maybe not 100% of the time, but that seems to be the more common theme. So, like, if I start getting a bunch of, you know, attack power up, it seems to come in a good wave. But the same applies to long throw. It's, you know, the same applies to durability. Definitely something to that. Alright, let's see what we got here that's chested. I don't remember. Ooh, sapphire. Not bad. And that other chest is probably a ways off there, see, I'm not going to chase it down. Let's see. Fun time. So I know this is like early game type of stuff, guys, but again, just fun. And I thoroughly enjoyed going after these. And that would have been one right here. There would have been another one kind of on the way to the rainforest. Let's see if I can narrow down where that is. I can never remember off the map. I know there's a dancing idiot. Right here. I think. Maybe not that far down. Maybe the dancing idiot is here. Oh, wait. Maybe this is the one right here. That's gotta be it. And then, yeah, out here in the rainforest. I know I never went here, but so much fun. And like the loot, it's diverse, it's fun. So yeah, there's kind of quite a complex here. I'll just pin them all out, I guess, to make sure I don't miss anything. Knockout arrow punch. Heck yeah. That thing was in the air too, Junior 2K. That was pretty cool. Okay, guys, since I'm, going back to a lower threat area, I'm going to go ahead and get naked. And we're going to see the difference in armor now, moving forward, when Link is wearing no clothing. So this is kind of like the Master Sword Trials, but without being in the Master Sword Trials. Ow! Uncool! I just heard the music of anxiety try to kick off there with that Guardian. Yeah, Marigold, that's what happens to me. They come in a row. I mean, not always. That might get broken up with a random other thing in there somewhere, but... yeah, you're going to get a lot in a very short period of time, it seems like. So I'm trying to multitask here, drink coffee and run for my life at the same time. And I'm apprehensive to use bombs now in combat so I don't have to try to say the word of death. But I'm going to do it anyway because I'm me. It seems like in TOTK you get better loot drops when you do that. A lot more eyeballs fall, a lot more wings fall. Maybe I'm just remembering that wrong. Oh, it's nighttime. Interesting. I woke him up. Okay, so I've already got the chested loot here, apparently. Let's see how much stam I've got. Wow, I cannot believe I just pulled that off. That was like no wasted time. Whoops. Wonder who's gonna win. Yikes! He almost won. And there's the dragon. Perfect timing. Oh, I missed one? What? Sweet. Oh, whoa! Oh, that's right. I think I pushed one off. Kind of forgot about him in the middle of all that chaos. Give me that. What's up there? Of course I gotta investigate. No stone left unturned. So yeah, again guys, just a lot of fun. I always thoroughly enjoy this one. Not only that, I think the chested loot here is ice arrows, so it's worthwhile anyway, especially in an early game setting. Ooh, quick shot. Surprised to see that one was bumped. Royal shield, royal broadsword, I'll check that out. There's my long throw! Hey Agent Smith, welcome, welcome. Good to see you're back. Alright, honestly I'm surprised it took that long. No pun intended. Oh, did I accidentally take out that shield? Thanks for letting me know, Arya. Yeah, that's not okay. Yeah, I sure did. Didn't even notice. Usually stuff like that happens when my inventory isn't sorted, and by muscle memory I go in there to swap something. And then, of course, you know, it's not where it's supposed to be, so I wind up putting something else in there. But, yeah, that made total sense. Alright, we're still in our skivvies. Ah, I haven't seen Yiga in a while. Alright, I think I'm gonna hit these from top down, north down. I suppose it doesn't really matter. Either way, it's gonna be a bit of a hike. And I'm getting a little low on coffee. This might need an adjustment. There might have to be a water break here pretty soon. So in case you're wondering what that was all about there, I was trying to drink coffee and manage the game at the same time. Ooh, check that out. Been a long time since I've just kind of free looted this area, but there's a lot here. Durians, just a little bit of everything. Real fun area. And of course I don't need any of this stuff. But it's there. Thought there was another archer. I am mistaken, clearly. Oh, wow, I just missed him. Kinda interested to see what that is. Durability, huh? Well, at least it wasn't long throw. Oh wow, I love the comical just randomness of some of these animations in this game. Okay, I know there's a lot of fun stuff here to open up. I'm gonna check these crates. I think it's gonna be like random fruit and stuff, you know, just useful, like cooking items. That was a lot of apples. I was hoping for more like the variety type stuff. Volt fruit, etc. I thought there was more here than that, I'm not gonna lie. Unless this bad boyness is a bit broken up. I just let a beetle get away there. That was unfortunate. Oh, nuts! Florgan for Flugen. Ah, what's that word again? No hip. I wonder how many different versions of that word I've said that were completely incorrect up to this point. Oh, there's durability. The durability is flowing today. Maybe Agent Smith was getting bored of the long throw button. He wanted to switch it up. But he wanted me to know he was still here, so he did it once. I don't know. We'll have to ask him if he ever reveals himself. Oh, okay, so yeah, there is more here. I knew there was at least 2 chests. So this one is a bit spread out. Okay, so I'll show you guys on the map where this other portion is. Way up here. I did not one-hit him? Maybe you have to hit the headshot. I don't know if he's got anything I necessarily want. If that's leveled, I'll check it out, I suppose. He seems to have forgotten I was even here. It's kind of funny. Wow, I got a twofer on that one! Check that out! I didn't realize there was a chain effect. Or if I did, I'd forgotten about it. Garbage. Alright, so I know I saw a treasure chest. Ooh, a silver freaking rupee. Not bad. These might be kind of hard to bust open this way. They gotta be on pretty level ground. Or a lot of times this just doesn't work. But probably worth doing nonetheless. And sometimes you can get 3 at once. But you gotta be right in the crack. That did not work out at all. Nothing even broke. Wow, these are not on good ground apparently. Gimme, gimme, gimme. What's going on here? Look at me freaking out because I couldn't pick up my apples. Oh, there we go. See, bananas, durians. That's what I'm talking about. It should be more diverse here. That would have absolutely counted as self-inflicted pain, by the way. That would have been saying the word of doom, or trying to say the word of doom. There goes Link with his sticky fingers. What is that? It is calling to me, and I have to know. Alright. Dee Dee, I like that. Before you knew the trees respawned, you felt like you were doing damage to the environment. I know what you're saying, and the first thing that comes to mind was Lego Fortnite. Some of the trees don't respawn. Yeah. And sometimes I liked my trees, like it was a part of my base, an integral part of my base. And then lightning would strike it, and it was gone forever. Okay, why is that pinned? Oh yeah, I've already been here, done that, got the t-shirt. And this is just another, like, fun looting area in general. You've got your radishes, you've got your durians. You got a couple, like, little mini caves with gemstones. Always enjoy the rainforest. Just the diversity here. It's pretty area. Yeah, just all the way around. One of my favorite spots. There's a way I normally approach this, but that feels like work. There's chested loot here. I want to say that's a sapphire. I'm pretty confident about saying that because I always get this chest on every playthrough, and I'm pretty sure I'm right on that one. Oh, whoops. Missed the headshot. Again. Okay, I got some random goods here. Volt fruit, etc. Pretty funny, as amped up as that bow is with attack power running, you would think headshot or no headshot, it would be able to one-hit a blue. But, then again, it's not one of my strongest bows ever, so yeah. That might have something to do with it. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Straightforward on the rainforest. As far as other little favorite bad boy nests go, I always enjoyed this one. It's a lot of fun. There's a couple of chests there. I'm going to head over that way. But I'm going to have to take just about a 2, maybe 3 minute water break here. Go water the horses, so to speak. So yeah, we'll be back here in just a moment. Wanda, bingo, garbage. All right. That's good stuff. I know I've been saying a lot of bingo words today. Honestly, I'm surprised it took that long. I've had a lot of unusuals too come out today. Dee Dee, I know, right? I have said yikes way too many times. Alright guys, I will be right back in about 1, maybe 2 minutes here. Alright, guys. Thanks for your patience. Whoa, there goes microphone. Yeah, I must have broken something there because that's... I can't even tighten it anymore. It's unfortunate. I'll have to fix that before I stream again. Otherwise, I'll be holding it up with bungee cords. Or duct tape. Wow, Wanda. You got 13 checks on that bingo card and no bingo yet. That is like smorgasbord. I know, right, Keely? I know what you're saying about that. In TOTK especially, when you enter a shrine, please don't be naked because it's going to be a challenge shrine. Yuppers. Or yeah, zip ties might work too. I don't know. That'll be like a chain of zip ties. But yeah, we need to figure something out here. Alright guys, I will go ahead and get back into a little gameplay. Toodles! Wait a minute, what just happened? I missed the button. Common theme today. Alright, wow, I let that attack power meal tick down that entire time. That was awesome. So happy I did that. So yeah, Rainforest guys, just again, diverse. I love just the randomness that's here. The crates are like a calling, because you know there's going to be something fun in there 90% of the time. Yeah. Beetles, yeah, just a little bit of everything is here. Beetles and beetles are here. What's he looking at? What's up, bro? What you checking out? Is that Trot? You're a long way from home if you're Trot. No, that ain't Trot. He's not shaking. Yeah, I don't know. Normally when there's something like that in a video game, it's trying to point something special out. Maybe he's just trying to show you the bridge. I don't know. That one will make me ponder. Oh, hello. Go away. I'm busy. Yeah, so, Marigold, I just saw that about, you know, please don't be a combat shrine. So that was my first few playthroughs. Those major tests of strength shrines. I didn't have the climbing gear early game. Let's just put it that way. In my first playthrough. They were so difficult for a new player. Is that a silver? I cannot tell. Whoopsie! So yeah, I think there's 2 chests here. Wow, that bow is finally breaking, guys. Like, I have had that bow for a long time, and it's been getting used. Like, that goes back many streams. That is pretty wild. That thing just now finally broke. Okay, and I've already collected the chested loot, but again, I think there's 2 chests here. I just always had a lot of fun with this one, especially earlier game, because it's somewhat manageable. There's good loot here. You've got your durians. Yeah, just a fun little spot. You've got the honey. Alright, so that's pretty much it for, like, fun stuff in the rainforest. I'm trying to think of other bad boy nests that I just really thoroughly enjoy. On this side of the map. And I think that pretty much wraps that up on that side. Moving out a little ways from Central. There's one or two maybe in Death Mountain. But, you know, I don't go there for fun per se. It's usually just for, you know, something specific. So yeah, I'm gonna skip those, but I do think this one's pretty cool here, which it's kind of funny. I don't see the pier system. Standby. Something is amiss. I think that's where we find Yonobo. So yeah, the pier thing should be right here. There should be a chest underneath it. Couple of archers, but again guys, it's not necessarily a fun thing. It's more, you know, for the tails and whatever bow would have been chested there, but I'm pretty sure that's the location. And then there's another one that I usually hit on the way to Goron City. Again, just it's fun, and there's 3 chests there on top of the deal. A lot of enemy trouble, a lot of archers with that one. So I think I will go after him and this one. Both really enjoyable and fun. And I also enjoy this one, and I remember I kind of went past this. I didn't actually do it. And guys, you know me, I love this one. Even though there's a lot of pain involved, it's still fun. Like, I can't help it. So I'll probably hit that. And yeah, that'll get us going here. And I'm going to have to suit up, and wow, these are not close, are they? This is where, you know, playing TOTK makes you spoiled. Because normally you could just find a Skyview tower or, you know, warp to a sky island and just fly. And it was awesome. Here in BOTW, you're like, huh, how many paces is this going to be? And the answer is usually not a small number. Yeah, Keely, no doubt. I used to call him the Fiend. Because it's like he needed that meat now. And he was willing to kill for it. And I'm going to have to suit up appropriately for this one. Might as well just wear the whole set. I really wish there was updrafts here. And you would think there would be. And I mean, there's a couple in town here, but I just mean like throughout the volcano region in general. That would have been a cool addition, just having tons of updrafts. Alright, I'll hit this one first since, you know, that other one's just going to be a bit of a climb, kind of out of the way-ish. Oh yeah, we do have an updraft here, you know, speaking of the devils. Couple of them. And I've already gotten the chested loot. So I'm really just here for the bad boys. Oh, I got a smother wing, or I had one. Walked right into it, didn't even see it. They're tough to see here. Too much floaty stuff in the air to camouflage them. I know, right, Dee Dee? It's like, what's worse? The fact that he was ready to kill for it, or the fact that he was, you know, willing to hire a hitman for it? Like, I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't have attack power meal running anymore. Let's fix that. Kind of funny, this was not the way I ever predicted I was going to be using these meals. Pretty wild. And you can use ice arrows here, but it's not going to have as long as an effect. Because you're in the volcano region. It basically just gives you a second, you know, to kind of get away. But, what I might be better served doing would be a shock. That way it disarms them at least. Gives you a little bit more time. Of course, if they don't fling the bow far, it's not going to give you a ton of time. Oh wow, there's a fire lizard here. Where did he come from? Ouch. It's getting real. I'm trying to figure out what I want to use my 99 Savage Lionel sword on. I guess something silver, so I don't feel like I'm wasting it. Okay, that wasn't bumped. That's surprising. I thought some of this stuff was bumped. Wow, not a 1? Not a 1, okay. Oh, that thing got chucked kind of far. Now the crate loot here, I'm not sure if it's as exciting. We'll open up a couple, see what happens. Well, we'll try to open up a couple and see what happens. I've had enough of that fun. Oh yeah, roasted food and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that kind of stuff. Alright, yep, moving on. Let's go to Yeller. Wow, having Ascend here would be money right now. Alright, to the Batcave. Oh, I have no more Rivali's, jeepers. I'm like, why isn't it working? So I gotta climb. Man, nobody wants to climb. I kind of wish the Zora armor would work in Lava Falls too. Or hey, maybe that could have been a secondary set bonus. So the Flame Breaker ascends Lava Falls. Well, I got a bunch of garbage on that one. Hey! What's going on here? Oops. I thought I had one more jump there. I did not. I think I'm in, yeah, yellow. That means I can also delete. Self-deleted. And the nodes, yeah. I remember, I actually took a picture of a rare node. Just to see if I could find them all in Death Mountain. Guys, I was here for days. Not Hyrule days, like in real life days. There were so freaking many. Excuse me, so many. And when the Sheikah Slate led you to a rare node, there were usually regular nodes like around. So yeah, it was pretty wild. So if you want gemstone nodes, that's a good way to do it. Okay, guys, fun bad boy nest here. There's a lot going on. This one is busy. Busy, busy, busy. I guess I should have kept one of those garbage bows as a burner bow. Oh well. Ah, nuts. Dude, that's a bone bow. That's interesting. Well, that can be my burner bow. Oh, and I can get naked again. Yay! Silvers! Look out! I gotta take this one serious. The silver already, like, started self-falling. That was pretty funny. Hey, he did a cartwheel. Oh, I did not see him. Yikes! Where did he come from? Oh, no. And they're everywhere. I don't think I've taken damage yet. That's interesting. Oh, no! Forgan Farfignugan. I don't know the word. No hip. I keep forgetting the no hip. That's the one part of the word I can actually pronounce, and that's the one part of the word I can't remember to say. Ah. So for those of you that are interested in the Star Wars playthrough, every time I get ejected from my speeder, I have to try to say that word. Now, it's only happened once or twice, but yeah, I have not been able to successfully remember to say that word. Just kind of curious to see what the loot is here. Oh, there's my long throw. Agent Smith, my old friend. Alright. So there is a little hidey hole here. And again, I think I've already gotten this. It's chested loot. Kind of sort of way over there, there's a little mini cave. I'll investigate just to see if I cleared the chest or not.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
I must have. I'm seeing nothing. Check that out, guys. That rupee respawns. So that was in a pot. That's a beautiful thing. Now, I don't know if it's always a silver rupee, but I remember coming here and finding rupees. So yeah, just a nice little fringe benefit for doing the bad boy nest anyway. Not only that, you get a Moblin Club out of the deal. A little bit out of the way, though, so it's not one of my normals, but it is definitely a fun nest. And then I do want to go back after this guy. And I think I'd rather fly down to that one rather than approach that one straight on. So Keely, yeah, that's on my mind. And make sure I toss those bananas out there for the monk fight. We're probably still a few weekends away from that one, but yeah, that'll be interesting. I've never done it. So that'll be interesting for sure, for me at least. I know, right, Dee Dee? For pizza? I like the carnivore special idea. The meat lovers, I think that's called by some chains, but yeah, definitely good stuff. And the funny thing is, there's no pizza I won't eat unless it has jalapenos that are extra spicy. Like, if I can handle jalapenos, but sometimes, wow, like, they are amped up somehow. And it's just too much. I just can't do it. Like, it starts becoming painful instead of pleasant. And, but yeah, I mean, I'll definitely eat anything. Even anchovies. I actually had a shrimp pizza once that was surprisingly good. You know, I was nervous. I was like, a shrimp pizza? Like, I don't know. But yeah, it was surprisingly good. I don't think there's anything bad that can go on a pizza. I even put spinach on pizza. For a little perspective on that. Oh wait, I have a burner bow now. What am I doing? Oh, I cannot believe I actually hit him. That was a wild guess on how high I had to aim. So this ought to be fun. Wait, I missed the actual rope. Well, I normally don't recommend using these, but in this case, like, it's an exception. Oh no! Yikes! That did not come with freezing power, apparently. I just did a little head start on damage. Running for my life, running for my life. Trying to find this nugget there. That was a tough shot. Ouch! Damage! Man, no bone system. What do I want to use? I did not mean to verbose that. Whoopsie! Wow, he is electrocuted for a while. Is that a glitch? No. Ouch. That smarted a little. So it's funny, I'm reading your guys' chat about pepperoni and jalapeno, so if you're in Europe and you order a pepperoni pizza, yeah, it's going to come with those peppers on it. Yeah, it might have the salami on it too, you know, the pepperoni slices. But there's going to be jalapenos on there too. So it's definitely like a pepperoni pizza. But yeah, you got to know, because like, and sometimes I would forget that when I was living there. I'd walk up to the pizza place and be like, yeah, I'll take just pepperoni today. I'd take one bite and be like, oh yeah, I forgot. No! And then it's too late. It's already cooked in there. Alright, what am I doing here besides mindlessly wandering around, trying to figure out what I'm doing here? Long throw! Not awesome. There's a lot of gemstone nodes around this nest too. Look around, like luminous stones. Look up the cliff walls on all the sides. Yeah, a lot of just like random goodies right here. Kind of curious to see what's chested. I have no recollections. Bingo! Bombs himself! Alright! Wow, actually, DD, I've done that a lot today. Kind of funny, that was your bingo word. What was that? I was not paying attention. Durability, huh? Honestly, I don't mind that for a burner bow. That or a quick shot, I'll take either. What else is left? Oh yeah, that's right. It's kind of out of the way, but again, fun. So yeah, I'm going to go hit that. Yeah, Dee Dee, so the spinach on the pizza thing, I tried it just plain once. That did not work out as well. It wasn't bad, but comparing to like sauteing the spinach first and then having it on the pizza, night and day difference. So yeah, it's definitely got to be sauteed in order to be on the enjoyable list. Yeah, Keely, I hear what you're saying. I've had many friends who really enjoyed this spice. Like, they got the flavor out of it without the pain. See, unfortunately, I get the flavor, but I also get the pain with it, so I have limits. Good stuff. Pepperoni chininis. I don't know how to say that word, but I know what you're saying, Dee Dee. And yes, that's another hot one. Banana peppers are pretty mild usually. Sometimes you'll find that on those. Italian hot pepper, yep. Oh wow, Marigold. Yeah, so Starbucks. I've never had a warmed Danish. My mom gets those all the time. She loves them. But I don't know that we've ever tried them warmed. That's an interesting thought. Speaking of Starbucks, I might be out on the patio today. It looks gorgeous outside. Yep, wasabi. Can't do it. Too spicy for me. Wasabi definitely exceeds my tolerance limits. Oh wow, I'm kind of doing this one backwards and it's much easier. Well, it was. Until I messied. Yikes! Until I messied it up. So yeah, again, guys, just a lot of fun this one. Now, of course, you know, they're using... whatever. They're using shock arrows in a wet environment, especially before you do the Divine Beast. It's always raining here. So, you know, after the Divine Beast, the rain is going to be hit and miss. But, I don't know, just always enjoyed this area. It's a fun little spot. Just the randomness of it all. It's pretty here. It's, you know, challenging with all the all the archers. I mean, there's so many here. But just a lot of fun. One of my more enjoyable spots for sure. Alright, moving on from that. We're getting close, guys. It's pretty much like... I've already hit all the ones that come right to mind when I'm thinking of going out and having fun with nests. This area... I don't necessarily know if I go out of my way for this one and call it fun. To me, like, I'd rather come up to this area. That's a fun little bad boy nest there with that skull. The horseback makes it interesting. Maybe I'll do that one without the horse. Oh, and by the way, if you guys have any requests, feel free to put it down there if you want me to go hit one of these, if it's been on your mind. This is a fun one. Honestly, I really enjoy this area. It's got the water... And the nests are kind of spread out. There's little pockets. So you've got one kind of like up here. You've got them swimming around. There's a bunch of lizzles out here in the water. You've got a couple just on the pathway over here. It's lower grade stuff, you know, earlier game. But yeah, a lot of fun. That's definitely a fun little area. None are really coming to mind in Akela except for one. And I think that's another pier complex right there. Wow, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. As far as like what's coming to my mind anyway. So I'll hit these last two here. Unless I get any other requests, this might be it. Keely, and you guessed it, jalapenos. Yeah, so cream cheese and jalapenos, that's a thing. So for those of you, Keely, that like jalapenos, I had a recipe that I used to enjoy for parties. You just take regular, plain old flour tortillas, and you warm up cream cheese just enough to where it gets, you know, spreadable, because it's pretty tough otherwise. And then you mix real finely diced jalapenos into that cream cheese, and then you spread that, you know, relatively thinly. Not super thin, you know, just kind of like, I guess, a moderate amount onto the tortilla, and you roll it up into a roll and you slice it. Cut the roll up into slices, and they used to just be called jalapeno bites. But oh my goodness, so good! It was like you had the cheesy saltiness of it all, and then the jalapeno was just enough kick to, you know, give you that flavor. So yeah, there's a little free recipe for you all. Definitely good for parties. It was always a big hit. People would always ask me to, like, bring that specifically. I can't see the other, no! Good thing they're lower grade archers at least. Whoopsie! Okay, I guess the rest are all indoors. We'll go ahead and make our presence known. Oh, there's more than I thought. Wow, there's a lot more than I thought. Running, screaming, yikes! Wow, yeah, I did not remember all that fun. Okay, that's gonna be a dangerous prospect with all these bomb barrels all over the place. We'll get them out here where it's a little safer. Granted, we've got the spiky things all over the place. I cannot wait for this weapon to break. Actually, surprised I'm still using it. These things got some durability. There it goes. Funny, I just wondered, like, how close I was. My spidey senses must have been tingling. Durability, huh? Long throw! Who put that there? Alright. See, again, guys, just a fun little area. I normally come barreling into this one with a horse. And I get that bullet time in the ear jumping off the horse. But either way, it works out. And then I will head up to green. Trying to figure the quickest, most direct route. Probably coming from the stable. Wow, I haven't even been to the stable yet. Oh yeah, Wanda, I know what you're saying too. Even if you do enjoy eating it, it does tend to aggravate the acids. So yeah, heartburn. I cannot do that late at night. No way, Jose. I have learned my lesson one too many times. Wasabi, can't do it. But yeah, good stuff indeed. So Marigold, you said you were going to suggest the promenade. Why does that sound familiar? The promenade. Isn't that like down here? No, that's parade. That's not promenade. The promenade. Huh. It's ringing a bell, but I can't quite place it off the top of my head here. The promenade. Okay, I'm going to ponder that a little more. While I'm going after this other. So, Didi, you said the nest near Horon Lagoon. I know where that is because I just got lost trying to find that one recently. That's over here. So yeah, there's a nest here. I wonder if that's the one you're referring to. I'll go ahead and pin that. If it's not, you know, feel free to let me know. I don't know why I'm bothering to take out the horse. I probably could have been there by now.
Yeah.
No, Keely, you do not heat the tortilla. You eat it soft and cold. So after you get it prepared and get it rolled, put it in the fridge so that the cream cheese can re-harden. I probably should have said that. Because if you try to slice it, you know, warm or room temp, all the cream cheese just oozes out the sides. So yeah, you definitely want to throw that sucker in the fridge, you know, get it good and hardened again. Cut them up, keep them cold, and you serve them chilled. They're super refreshing, super delicious. Good stuff. Actually... Oh no! Yikes! Yikes, why can't I? Sorry, Thunder. Sorry in advance. Wow. I got lucky there. I should have just hit the pause menu and done it properly. Yeah, speaking of like random stuff. Lots of random stuff here. Usually. Like right up next to the trees. Ah, he's back. I'm not a big fan of these weapons. In this game, at least. I think they're a lot more fun in TOTK. Wow, the rain's gonna be a problem. Yeah, you know, we're gonna do a bone system. I haven't done that yet. Already got the bow, booyah. Go ahead and break out one of these bad boys. I don't have another, like, non-metal shield, unfortunately. Maybe I can scoop one up here, just so I don't have to use this. Oh wait, he's a blue? Yeah. Oops. It looks like they're using fire arrows. Interesting. I already know that I'm going to be bumped. Normally the blue archers on top are never bumped. But this other one might be. Wow, he is ready to go! He had me locked on. Swoosh! Whoops. Yeah, I'll check a couple just to see what we got working here. Okay, that is definitely bumped, just not what I'm looking for. Again, bumped, just not what I'm looking for. Wow, I'm surprised to see all these that are bumped when only blues are holding them. So some of these are definitely leveling bows here. And I do want to say there's a treasure chest. Oh, I already opened it. Just don't remember it. Because I can't remember what I said 10 seconds ago, let alone what I had for breakfast this morning. Wow, I keep doing that. That's not okay. Yeah, so just a lot of fun. I like that one. Not only that, there's just a lot of randomness around here. Marigold, you asked if I could do a combat shrine. Yeah, why not? Major test of strength, never hurt no one. Okay, Didi, you said Promenade is Lenaru Lake. Lenaru Lake. Promenade. Lenaru Lake. Ruda Lake. Wow, either I don't have it discovered or I'm missing it. Why is this so hard to remember? Promenade, like it comes right to mind. I'm just having trouble placing it. Oh, that's that area I was just talking about? Yeah, that might be it. Duh. Yeah, so I've already actually talked about this one. I just haven't gone and done it yet. Okay, got you. Whew, that was really bothering me because I knew, like, I know this one. It was really bothering me that I couldn't nail it down. Jeepers. Oh yeah, Keely, I remember talking about that horse stuff. Yep, good stuff. Lightning, that'll do it. Yeah, I didn't notice that, Junior 2K, but that's true. Epona was a female horse, and Zelda got the male horse. Interesting. So, Combat Shrine Naked. Okay. Yeah, that means no ancient system. Well, kind of, sort of. The weapon and the attack power mule will still help. Well, that bone bow, guys. It's formidable. Hey! Jeepers. I'm just wasting shots. Oh, he's another blue. Okay, so none of these guys level, apparently. Wow, I was way overpowered for that little fist fight. I probably could have come in here with a tree branch and been okay. There you are. So yeah, I guess we'll hit the promenade. I know I talked about it, but I'll just go ahead and do it since we've been on the subject. And then, yeah, I'll hit that major test of strength naked. That'll be fun. The promenade should be lower grade enemies. That's an earlier game area. I don't know if they level. Been a long time since I've gone there later game. I'll stay with the bone system for this one, absolutely. And yeah, there's a lot of loot here. Chests, croc seed. Good stuff. Wow. Went right under his nugget. Right under his chin. There we go. Oh, what? Ugh. If this was master mode, he'd already be re-healed. Yeah, ha 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 ha. Oh, that is not... Okay, that's not a green. That is a silver. So I guess that answers the question whether or not some of these level. The answer is yes! Wow, and they are going nuts! It's like the Moblin nest all over again. Rapid fire. Let's see how the bone system does here. I'd imagine pretty good. Oh yeah. Pretty good indeed. And the trick is to keep the Lizzles like on land. Because if you knock them out into the water, it gets scary again. Those clubs are wonderful, but they break fast. Granted, it did take out 3+ silver Lizzles, so... Alright. Oh yeah, and look under the water, guys. Lots of treasure chests underwater. Go up and down, all the way through this lake. You're going to see them lighten up. Use your yellow rune. You'll find them easier. Not only that, some of them are floating wooden chests. And they don't light up with the red rune anyway. I just walked over and smacked them. Definitely a good early game area, though. You got your shock arrows, you got some other loot. I want to say there's rupees along the way here somewhere. Open all your crates, you'll get some arrows. Good stuff. Just to show you, like, the power of the yellow rune. You're already seeing one lighten up. But again, guys, just all the way through this waterway here. You know, go ahead and set some ice blocks up. There's one or two out in this area, probably a couple in this area, so yeah, just good little looting spot. Oh, Junior, you said you tossed your horse off a cliff there and it survived. I think that giant horse is pretty tanky. That thing's tough to kill. I'm not even sure a lightning strike would kill it. You know, I've never tested it, but I do know that thing can take some punishment. For sure. Ah. Hey, what you doing sidestepping my ice? Just to kind of see what this does, probably not much. Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible! Matter of fact, that's not okay. We're gonna swap that out with his weapon. That's like adding insult to injury. Long throw. Come on, Agent Smith. I'm gonna send Agent Smith coal for his Christmas stocking this year. And I'm gonna draw a little long throw picture on it. Alright, so yeah, definitely a fun little area, guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! No! Well, I was going to show you guys the treasure chest, but I'm not going to bother climbing that again for that. Go get your treasure chests. A good major test of strength shrine is probably going to be this one. Going in naked, guys. This will be different. This will be interesting. Yeah, I know. I was just reading your guys' chat about the shock arrows in the water. Yeah, that would have been a good way to go with all those Lizzles. For sure. I always forget the power of the shock arrows. It's never in the forefront. Unless I'm trying to run away from, you know, getting zapped by one in water. Alright, guys. Going in naked. So no ancient system. No armor. But I am still going to use an ancient weapon. Ancient shield, ancient bow, why not? And then attack power meal. So I should still be able to do a good number of damage here. Even without, you know, having any armor or the ancient proficiency. Okay, I just like to get him stunned so I can kind of get behind him, get going with my spin attack there. Whoops. The bad thing is when he throws that shield up, it really knocks it out of your durability on the weapon, unfortunately. But, wow, it looks like we actually did okay. This was a major test of strength, right? That felt kind of easy considering I had no ancient suit on. Well, that just goes to show you the power of that hidden damage multiplier when you're using an ancient weapon against a guardian-based enemy. Like, wowzers. The long throw just keeps on. Oh, there we go. Alright. Agent Smith did me a solid there. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and call this one good. We did a lot. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of nice to just be able to relax a little bit and, you know, not have to worry about an outline or, you know, things I had to make sure I said during the deal or just, you know, whatever. It was just, there's my long throw again. So yeah, that makes that real easy. But again, guys, just definitely a lot of fun. I appreciated doing it with y'all. Thanks for the suggestions there. Definitely enjoyed that. And Mike is misbehaving once again. I think because I moved, you know, and it... yeah. Isolating. I made myself laugh. I was just reading the chat before leading up to that. The shock arrow party and seeing how Keely got, you know, Epona stuck in the water. Well, thanks for saying I make it look easy. There was still a lot of running and screaming with my hair on fire. But, you know, it's fun. It makes it fun. Entertaining, for sure. All right, Link, you go, boy. Yeah, you got a little work to do, but that's okay. It was a good try. I like the attitude. It was so funny. That was happening once. I had dozed off. Like, controller in hand, running around Hyrule doing something random. And, man, I just couldn't... I was just losing the battle. So, like, you know, I did that whole thing, you know, and then you wake up and you freak out and your neck is sore. And, yeah, Link was doing that. And I was just like, you know, coming out of that, you know, sleep mode back into reality. And it was just happening. I was just like, what's happening? I don't know, you had to be me, but it was just a weird experience. Yep, absolutely, Dee Dee. Thank you so much. Definitely hope, you know, y'all enjoyed it. Glad to hear you did. And we'll go ahead and call this one good, guys. Hope you all have an awesome week. Next week, I guess we'll get into some DLC action. So, folks, before I let you go, just one last friendly reminder. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate that. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Blargan Blargan Fiddable Potato No Hip. I got the No Hip down. I don't know. I'll have to get back onto that one when I do my next Star Wars stream. And I'm telling you guys, every time I get ejected from my speeder, it happens a lot. I'll try to spit that word out. It's a lot of fun. Alright guys, yeah, we'll see y'all next week, and peace out, y'all.